standing on a battlefield, outnumbered 10 to 1, with nothing but a piece of steel and a code in your heart, and feeling absolutely 100% calm. Now look at your life. You get anxious when your phone hits 5%. You lose your temper over a comment on the internet. You're stressed, you're distracted, and let's be honest, you're losing the war for your own mind. It's not your fault. You were born into a world designed to keep you weak, addicted, and reactive. But here is the shocker. 500 years ago, a class of elite warriors faced far worse chaos, and they didn't break. They followed a blueprint called Bushido. I'm not here to give you a history lesson. I'm here to give you the 7 hidden pillars that will turn your mind into a fortress. If you've ever felt like you're drifting through life with no direction, these next few minutes are going to be your wake-up call. We are about to architect a version of you that the world cannot break. Let's descend into the code. The first pillar is gi, or integrity. The old masters said that gi is the bone that gives you your shape. Without it, you're just a pile of flesh with no direction. In modern terms, it's your integrity. Think about the last time you told yourself you'd wake up at 5 a.m., but you hit snooze, or the time you saw something wrong and stayed quiet because it was safer. That's a lack of gi. There's a scientific reality called cognitive dissonance. When your actions don't match your values, your brain enters a state of deep stress. You feel anxious, not because of the world, but because you are lying to yourself. The samurai followed the Hagakure, which taught that gi is the ability to decide on a course of action according to reason without wavering. It's about doing the right thing simply because it is right. When you have gi, you don't need a boss to watch you. You become your own judge, your own architect. The second pillar is you, or heroic courage. Courage is not the absence of fear, it is the mastery of it. When your brain perceives a threat, your amygdala screams at you to run or hide. That is biological. But you is the psychological override. It is the ability to feel the cold wind of fear and step forward anyway. Miyamoto Musashi once said that in battle, if you make your opponent flinch, you have already won. In the modern world, the battle is in the boardroom, in the gym, and in your social life. If you avoid hard conversations or stay in your comfort zone, you are letting your biology win. You is about replacing what if I fail with what if I conquer. It is the discipline to face your shadow every single day until the shadow fears you. The third pillar is jin, or compassion. Power without mercy is just tyranny. A true warrior has the strength to kill, but the wisdom to save. Science tells us that practicing compassion releases oxytocin, the hormone that reduces stress and builds trust. The strongest men are often the kindest because they don't need to prove their power by crushing others. In your life, jin means using your strength to build people up. It means being a leader who serves. A samurai was taught that if a warrior has no compassion, he is nothing more than a dangerous beast. Every act of kindness is a supreme act of strength. Architect your power, but keep your heart human. The fourth pillar is rei, or respect. Respect is not for the person you are talking to, it is for yourself. A samurai is polite even to his enemies. Why? Because losing your temper is losing your power. When you get angry at a stranger or a coworker, you have handed them the keys to your emotions. Rei is a weapon of self-control. It is the ability to stay calm, stay polite, and stay dangerous. By maintaining a high standard of conduct, you signal to the world that you are the master of your own internal environment. Respect is the shield that keeps your dignity intact when everyone else is losing theirs. It is the ultimate social power. The fifth pillar is Makoto, or sincerity. In the samurai world, there was no need for written contracts. When a samurai said he would do something, it was as if it was already done. His word was his life. Modern psychology calls this an identity shift. When you align your speech with your actions, you build a massive amount of self-confidence. Every time you break a promise to yourself, you destroy your own self-worth. You are teaching your brain that you are not to be trusted. But when you practice Makoto, when your yes means yes and your no means no, you become an unstoppable force. In a world of broken promises, be the man whose word is unbreakable steel. The sixth and final pillar is Meiyo, or honor. Most people chase reputation, which is what others think of you. The samurai chased honor, which is what you know about yourself. Reputation is external and fragile. Honor is internal and eternal. There is a mechanism in the brain that seeks external validation, the likes, the comments, the applause. Meiyo teaches you to ignore that noise. It is the inner mirror. You live in a way that makes your own reflection proud, even when no one is watching. When you have Meiyo, the world's criticism cannot touch you, because your worth is no longer up for debate. You have already won the only approval that matters. The seventh and final pillar is Chugi, or loyalty. To whom are you loyal? In the ancient days, it was to the daimyo. Today, it must be to your purpose. Without a why, you will crumble at the first sign of suffering. Viktor Frankl, a man who survived the darkest corners of human history, said that those who have a why can bear almost any how. Chugi is your North Star. It is the loyalty to the mission you set for yourself when you were at your strongest. It is the grit to stay the course when the world tells you to quit. True loyalty is not to a master, it is to your own destiny. The sword is long gone, but the code remains. The world will try to distract you. It will try to make you loud, fast, and anxious. It wants you to be a consumer, not a creator. Resist. You are the architect of your own character. Stone by stone, virtue by virtue, build your inner temple. The path of the warrior is not about fighting others, it is about winning the war within. Which of these 7 pillars do you need to strengthen today? Is it courage? Is it honor? Or is it integrity? Leave a comment below. Let's build this together. I am the inner architect. Subscribe if you are ready to walk the path. Stay focused, stay still.